Hello everyone and welcome back to another Movie Nights movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Abigail. This film is directed by Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, the radio silence team, and it involves a group of criminals who kidnap a ballerina, daughter of a powerful underworld figure. They retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they are locked inside with no normal little girl. But the question is it worth seeing? Hell yes, the movie is worth seeing. It is super fun, super scary, super funny, and the radio silence team delivers that perfect blend of the genres that they're kind of known for doing. Ready or Not, a film that they did back in 2018 or 19, fantastic horror comedy with Samara Weaving. They also did an excellent job on Scream 5 and Scream 6 as well. They've made another really good film here. The film does an amazing job playing with the audience's expectations of the genre and of the tropes of the monster that it has. I'm going to give details about the movie away, but they're all in the trailer. But if you haven't seen a trailer and you just wanted to know if it's good or bad, it's good. But I'm going to give away some details now. But don't worry, no major spoilers or anything. The fact that Abigail is a vampire, and when they realize this, they have a very human reaction to it, and they're kind of just like, okay, how do we kill this thing? And how they play with the rules of this vampire and what works and what doesn't work, and how they play with the story tropes of that and the audience's expectations of those tropes was very well done. It really kind of kept you guessing and on your feet. The movie also sets up Abigail as an incredible antagonist for the characters. The performance is great. Alisha Weir plays Abigail. Amazing job, amazing work. You have a lot to bring to that role, especially as a young actor, and you buy every word out of her mouth and every ballerina move she makes. The rest of the cast is also great. Melissa Barrera does a great job. Dan Stevens is great in everything. Kevin Durand was a surprising comedy standout, along with the late Angus Cloud, and Kathryn Newton also did a great job. William Catlett also did a great job. What they do with his character, I'm not going to give it away, was great in terms of subversion of audience expectations. I'll leave it at that. I also really like the set design of the movie. The mansion that they're in is very cool looking, and the movie does a great job kind of establishing the different locations in the house so that the audience isn't lost. It's kind of one of my favorite things that horror movies do, is that obligatory, like, they explore the area so you kind of get a look at where everything's going to take place, and this movie does a good job of that. This movie is also incredibly gory, which of course it was, if you know these filmmakers, but the gore was very welcome, and it fit tonally with the movie perfectly. My only big issue with the movie, because there's a couple nitpicky things that you watch with every movie, but the only one that really sat with me was, I think that the third act of this movie isn't paced very well. And the reason why that's particularly disappointing is because I think that the third acts of the other radio silence films I've seen are great, particularly Ready or Not and Scream 5's third acts. It almost felt like while they were making the film, ideas kept getting thrown around of what could happen in the end. It's like, oh, what if this happened? Or what if this happened? What if this happened? And then instead of picking one, they just did all of them. And the third act just kind of keeps going and eventually doesn't feel like it's building to anything. And it's just like, okay, we get it. Let's wrap it up. That's not indicative of the whole movie. I think the first two acts are paced beautifully and edited very well also. And it's crazy that these guys are able to just kind of crank out these genre-bending movies at such high quality. The horror comedy is not an easy thing to do and make. You have to nail it if you're going to make this happen, and they do. They did it again. And like Ready or Not, the movie is a bit more funny than it is scary, but at no point do you feel that there are no stakes. They do a great job of having things happen throughout the movie that kind of remind you what's at stake for the audience. And for the characters as well, Melissa Barrera's character is the most interesting one in the movie. She's very good at reading people. There's a great scene where she gets the opportunity to do that, and you find out more about her backstory, and that story from beginning to end and how that kind of gets wrapped up and resolved, I thought was quite interesting and satisfying to see as an audience member. So overall, I thoroughly fucking enjoyed Abigail. I think it was a super fun, super funny, and super scary time at the movies. I'm going to be watching it again. Yes, I wish the third act was paced a little bit better, but all things considered, this movie was very much my shit, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Once you see Abigail, what did you think about it? I'd love to see your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.